Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I am back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Am I still working? Yes, I am. I am in this training, so mind your business. We gonna multitask. So we are recording for our video. If you saw my story, today's video is going to be a financial reset video. Like I told y'all in my last video, I had to redo the entire November plan because I wasn't in alignment with it. I wasn't. And obviously, by the title of this one, obviously I'm going through something financial. So, because I'm in the space and I know at my age, this was something that I needed to share or that I needed to experience, I want to share. That's what I meant. All right, so that's what this video is going to be about. Obviously, I am Jasa, the quirky, the kooky, the beauty with the gap. Yeah, I'm trying to get that started, y'all. So if you see it more often, that's what I'm doing. That's me. Anyway, also, I don't think I ever explained that. Have y'all noticed my logo? How it's the girl, the smile with the gap? My husband made that up. He pretty dope. Anyway, so yes, I am Jasa. This is just Jasa. And like I said, today's video is going to be on financial reset. While we are doing this, please make sure you know when you come into this space, we are raw, we are reflective. If you are new, this means that we are embodying our absolute most raw original design. We are trying our best to be just who we are. We are also being reflective by kind of focusing on who we are trying to be, and what it takes to get to that goal, right? Who we are trying to completely grow in our most real way, right? We are completely honest with ourselves when we are doing this, hence how we are raw and reflective, right? All right, so make sure, obviously, notifications. Go ahead, subscribe with us, like, comment, share this video so we can get our subscribers up. We are doing awesome. I am super excited to possibly reach our November goal. Obviously, if we don't reach it in November, it's not a big deal. I'm super blessed just to be able to continue to see the growth, right? So let's move on. Let's get a really good understanding of what this video is going to be about. Like I said, I am all about alignment. If our video has nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be speaking on, I'm not going to speak on it, right? So here we are, financial reset. I have had the pleasure of going through this experience and being able to gain knowledge on what it takes to maintain my finances, as well as obstacles that come with finances, and just the nitty gritty. I'm trying not to give you too much before I start this video, but I want to make sure we understand that this video is going to be on the experiences I've had, the lessons I've learned when it comes to finances, especially now being a mom and a wife, right? So if you are interested, obviously keep watching. But if you're not, you might as well keep watching, because we're going to have a good time talking about this topic. I want to make sure I give you as much information as I possibly can. And kind of just go from there. I'm super excited. As always, once again, please make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like, share, and also comment. Give me your insight. What do you think? This video will come with a few, I guess I'll put it in there as like a document. It will be in the description box. So make sure, if you don't watch the video, go down to the description box and grab some of those documents. They will really help with your financial reset that I am sharing with you today. All right, let's get into the intro. All right, y'all. Okay, so as promised, let's talk about this financial reset. All right, so obviously I got to give you a backstory. For my journey, we've kind of talked about this in previous videos, so you should know, right? In my previous videos, I have talked about my journey from making absolutely nothing as a paraprofessional to going into my career as a teacher, to now being a stay-at-home mom and not really working, right? So I would say that having those three major experiences has allowed me to kind of gain more insight and understanding on finances. I am 25 going on 26, and I have had so many moments or obstacles, challenges on this journey when it comes to this, that I feel like it's time to share it, because y'all feel like an expert, but that's neither here nor there. So I think I'm beating around the bush, y'all. I don't think I've done this in a while. Anyway, okay. So when I started my independent journey, right, it was a lot of I can figure it out. And I did. Was it for the best? Obviously not. Did it work out in the end? It has. So I can start with, I think what everyone kind of jumps into is a car. I had the opportunity to have great credit when I first started out, and not just like, oh, you have nothing on your credit, but no, I actually was able to build my credit, and I had something to work with when I was in college, my last year of college, and I bought my first car. This car, y'all, it was a Camaro. God, it was a waste of money. It was a waste of money in the sense that it didn't suit me. And I didn't know enough or I didn't allow myself to know enough to put myself in the best situation as far as payments, right? And that put me in a position to where I had to work my butt off to make sure I can maintain it. Who in their right mind is going to work their butt off for something that doesn't suit them, that is just flashy, and eventually is eating up half of your income just to make a payment on it, right? This isn't maintaining it. This isn't to get it to move. It's not doing anything that suits you. So here I am with this awesome rust bucket. Nah, it wasn't a rust bucket, but it was taking up my money, this little leech, right? And I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it. I ended up trading it in, right? But here's the crazy part, y'all. I got hit like 2 days before I was trying to sell it. So now my value has decreased so much. I'm in a hole. What am I going to do? So I go to trade in my car, and I ended up getting my charger. And it was cool. I had my charger. It was great. However, I had now had this negative equity from my Camaro put into the loan for my charger. I'm not going to give you all my financial business because it's none of y'all business. However, I do want to make sure I share these experiences because it is something that I had to learn, right? So I am with this car that is worth maybe half of what the loan is that I got into, right? To cover that negative equity as well as my new car. And I'm like, at the moment I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, I'm finally out of that. My payments are down completely. My interest rates are down. Everything just made sense. And I'm feeling good. Here we are 3 years later, y'all. And every day it seemed like I'm complaining about needing to get out of this loan, because all this time I was paying the negative equity. I wasn't paying anything towards the car that I owned. And it just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. Obviously, I can see the amount going down. You see it, you see it, you see it. But you also feel like you're not getting anywhere because you know what that car was worth to begin with, right? That's just small details of mistakes we make. So here I am. This was all going on around the time that I was a paraprofessional, right? And before that, I had other life things going on. But I was a paraprofessional. I was not making any money, y'all. I had 14 grand per year. Per year. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't, and that's after taxes, y'all. But it's nothing going towards these bills. So I had to figure out how to do it. And like I've shared in other videos as well, I decided to up my degree, up my education in order to get a different position to cover my lifestyle. So I do this. I am now working towards my career as an actual teacher. Y'all, my first big girl check made my heart swoon, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I could have been making this all alone. Like, are these what people are making? And talking to other adults, it was nothing. This check, it worked for me. It helped suit my lifestyle. It helped to not only maintain my bills, but also give me some extra money. So here I am, y'all, making my big girl checks. I'm covering all my bills, and I completely forget about this car that is sitting here once again, eating up my income. Eating up my income in the sense of it was not worth it, right? It was not worth the money I'm paying because it is constantly decreasing in value. It is constantly becoming stagnant in that balance, because once again, the car was worth one thing when I first bought it, right? And I have finally got to that original worth 3 years later. If that's making sense. 3 years of decreased value, and I'm just now getting to its original value from 3 years ago. Exhausting, y'all. So here I am. What am I going to do? How am I going to get rid of this car? No one is going to buy it for what it's worth. No one is going to help me, get out this loan. How am I going to sell this car? How am I going to pay off this debt? It was hard. And obviously I had to take a hit. And it worked out because I learned different things. Once again, some things are a little too personal. It's none of y'all business, but it is something that I was able to do in order to get out of that, right? I may share it in another video once I get more information on it. So we'll save that. Once I learn more about it, I will. But I wanted to make sure this video was put into place to let you know that you can do it, right? And that was something I had to overcome when it came to my financial reset, was not dwelling in the fact that I have so much on my shoulders. I have so much financially I feel like I can't overcome, that I'm sitting here, feeling helpless. But that's not the case. I wanted to let you guys know that to start. So obviously that's part of the story I wanted to share. It wasn't anything too deep in detail or anything like that. But I did want to go into tools for the financial reset, as well as knowing kind of different experiences I've had that allowed me to gain this knowledge, right? So obviously the car is one of them. Jumping from my careers is another one, right? So here I am, to jump back into my story, with these experience for my career. So I'm getting my master's, I'll be done in 10 days, y'all, 10 more days. And I was able to elevate my salary status, right? So I'm making this money. I'm doing great. I'm learning that my county, they doing raises. They gonna give us more money, y'all. So I'm like, oh, wait, I'm young. I'm getting this type of money. I don't know what to do with myself. And I get pregnant. This was a story I shared before. I get pregnant. And my amazing husband is like, you can stay home. And I'm like, okay. I'm at the point where I'm seeing too much in these schools that I don't like. I'm seeing things that bother me. I'm seeing things that make me just nauseous. I'm experiencing stress that I didn't need to experience because my man said I can come sit down at home. Who gonna turn that down? Not I. So here I am now. I'm not working. I am at home with my child, and it backfires, right? Because I forget, okay, my husband's gonna take over these bills, but wait, I got some debt that I couldn't even take over, so it's creeping up on me, and we're sitting here like, how are we gonna take care of this? When you have a certain amount of debt, because I didn't mention my credit card debt, those credit card bills sneak up on you in a way that the interest just sits there, and it adds on to your payment amounts, to where you think that, okay, yeah, it's only one trip to the mall, it's okay, I'll just put it on the credit card. But you have to understand how the numbers work. And for me, it was a great idea in the moment. I don't know if I've shared it in the past, but it helped me in my time of need. And whereas then I don't regret it, I don't take it back, because like I said, it helped me the way I needed to be helped. However, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to make sure I listen. It helped me in the sense of getting me out of financial ruin, pretty much, right? So now, like I said, I'm here. I'm married again. I have my child, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to take care of home, take care of our business. And it was hard. So I had to make big decisions, and I decided to sacrifice my credit. I decided to sacrifice my financial stability that I had built and was trying to rebuild after my many car expeditions, in order to reset, in order to make sure we as a unit do not suffer from something that I did before getting to this point in my life, right? And I think that as someone that decided to get married at my age, it is important to understand the kind of hurdles you have to jump in order to maintain stability within your home. So I did it, y'all. I made this huge jump in order to wipe my slate clean. And it was necessary because I'm not in any position to do it anymore. I had to kind of take a step back and figure things out, and understanding how hard it is to get back out there when you're in a state of no help. Um, it turned, it went from a decision to a sacrifice. Um, it was hard, and it still is hard, and it's trying to choose between being a mom and being someone on top is hard. And once again, I have an amazing family, I have an amazing husband, I have an amazing support system. However, we're not in a position to do the things we used to be able to. And it's okay, because don't get me wrong, we're okay. We're okay. But you don't realize how those things impact you, or are going to impact you, until you're in a position where it's impacting you. So I'm here. I am like, okay, I have to make the hard decision to go ahead and jump and move forward. So, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to multitask and listen. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm back. Don't mind me. Um, we left off with me having a very emotional moment, but we are going to jump back in and kind of refocus. So, like I said, this video was going to talk about financial reset. I shared a couple of my stories. I know for me, I'm jumping back in with a summary, but I really just wanted to focus on the tools for this video. And I have shared during my mindfulness challenge the financial readjustment plan that I had put together. And that was mainly what I have been using in order to make my budget for the month, or even the quarter, depending on how your finances change. Um, so we're going to kind of go through that. And I made the readjustment plan based on how my life goes, right? So on it, it has a goal income, it has an anticipated goal, and then it has the sources of income section, right? So my goal income for me, because I have more of a unstable form of income through either my business, or if I'm, doing something for someone, those are unanticipated or unstable goals, as far as my income, right? So that's why I have those two. And obviously, if I have a goal income, it's because, once again, of my business. Maybe I want to make sure I make this much money, or that is my goal, right? So then my sources of income kind of goes more towards my husband, as he has more of a stable income that comes in for the household. We know what's going to happen and how that works, right? So this could be geared for you. Like I said, I do have a lot of SheEOs, so this is also a great way for you guys to manage your household as far as your businesses, or if you're still working a 9 to 5, in order to support your business, right? So then my other parts that I have are geared more towards the changes within your household. Major financial changes, your monthly bills, debt, and savings, your goal for the month as far as your financial I guess, reflection in a way, right? We'll get more into that. And then you have wiggle room, right? So we're going to start with the major financial changes. For me, like I shared in my stories, it would have been my career changes, and my son, and my new living situation. Those would be my major financial changes that would impact my ability to make money, as well as the type of money I'm bringing in, right? So those are very important to identify, because you can see in your face how you're going to get to that point, or what you're able to do, what your abilities are financially, right? I am not a financial expert. Please don't take everything I say as if it's law. I need to make sure I throw that disclaimer out there, because that is not the case. All right. So moving on. Those are the first thing that I was talking about. So the major financial changes, right? And then I went into my monthly bill totals. What this is my total monthly expenses, the debt, and then my savings, right? So within this month, where is my debt? What are the bills we have to cover? What is the savings account looking like? So I can have a full scope of what's going on within the household. This could also be geared for more individual, right? So if you want to focus on just you, what do you have to account for, right? Because I have more debt than my husband does. So we need to see, okay, if we're trying to build our credit here, if we're trying to eliminate certain debt, what do we see or need to do in order to accomplish that goal, right? So lastly is the monthly savings total, right? If you have, a partner, or you have someone you're doing a savings account with, that makes it super easy. You can see your savings account. If you have your rainy day fund, boom, you have that as well. So definitely tracking these three concepts because they're non-negotiables, and then you have something you're trying to get to, right? Those are important when you are readjusting your financial situation. And then we get into the last two that I think are really important and something that we tend to let go of because we feel like, oh, our bills are taking up everything. We can't even fit something new in, right? That is the goal for the month and then your wiggle room. So the goal for the month is basically, let's just give you an example, right? So if you're trying to make sure you're saving on a consistent basis, you could say, I want to start an IRA this month, or my goal is to lower my debt, or my goal is to increase my credit score by 2 points, something of that nature. That is what the goal is. This is completely different from your goal income because it is a specific financial goal that you are trying to accomplish on a bigger scope, right? It is an end game for that month. And then you have your wiggle room. This is your entertainment. This is your eating out. This is your extra subscription that you could probably get on with somebody else, right? This is your wiggle room. They're things that, yeah, they're important that you've always had, but can you play with them in order to kind of adjust the amount of money you're putting into something that isn't a necessity, right? So that is the basic overview of the readjustment plan that I made. I will put it in the description box. Like, I'll share a link as well as post it to my page. And obviously, yes, I'm awesome. I am going to put it on the screen just so you can see it as well. But other than that, that is the plan that I want to share. I have some amazing SheEOs that I will be sharing with you guys who are also financial advisors. They can give you all kind of information, all kind of help in order to better understand things that I am learning. They can give you actual advice, whereas me, I'm always sharing stuff that I'm learning. But we actually have one of them that's coming up soon. I'll be recording with her very soon here, and she will be posted, I believe, on our December calendar. So make sure you look out for her, and I'll make sure I tag this video in that description box as well, so we can kind of connect information and see what more I can give you guys. Like I said, this video was really just to kind of talk about something I was experiencing. I know I kind of cut it off when I started to get vulnerable, y'all. I'm working on it, but I want to make sure that as I go through these different steps, I can inform you of just the fact that we're not alone and that it is something you have to adjust to, and it may be hard and it may be uncomfortable. Um, and you don't have to share your story, you don't have to share your journey, but acknowledging that you have someone that's gone through it as well is always a great way to kind of boost your momentum, boost your confidence, and know that it is possible to get through, right? So that has been my saying so far in this month, basically, that I got this. So that's really it for this video. I do want to make sure I remind you guys that on our Wednesdays, we do have our SheEOs. If you are interested in signing up and sharing your experience, please use the link in the caption below. It does take you straight to the form. You can fill it out. I'll get a notification. Boom, we'll talk. Outside of that, I don't have any major things coming up. I did post the videos for the remainder of this month, so please make sure you go check it out on my page to see what else we're going to be talking about. I promise next month I will be doing more of what I have planned to. Please make sure if you are interested in attending my event, it will be a read and talk virtually. on my book. We'll be talking about the different topics within that book, as well as kind of opening the floor for things that we would talk about on Just Jasa. So until next time, please make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, comment, like, share this video so we can do more of this every Friday. All right. Thank you so much. Until next time.